Hello, my tiny tribe. So, today we are going to be cooking a dish called Pepian, which is a thick meat and vegetable stew that is a common dish in the area of Antigua, which is a town just outside of Guatemala City, which is the country's capital. It is thickened with ground nuts and seeds, commonly pumpkin seeds, which are called Pepitas. Those are used, and thus is the name of the dish Pepian. While I'm boiling the chicken, I'm also roasting these vegetables here, giving them a nice little char, as well as these tortillas, because all of this gives it the extra delicious flavor and nice little specks throughout the soup. This is where it's actually okay to burn the tortillas. And these are the vegetables we are going to be adding towards the very end, and I like to keep my diced potatoes with water. Hi guys, so today we are going to learn how to make Pepian, and I say we because I've never made it in my life. I know how to eat it, but I've never made it. And my aunt dictated the recipe to me earlier today, and so I'm following it word by word. This is not the traditional way of making it. This is her quick way of making it. I'm gonna include all the ingredients down below. It's a really quick, easy, once you have everything set up, it's really quick to make on a cold day. And right now that we're gonna get some more cold days out here in California, I wanted to show you guys how to make a nice hot bowl of Pepian, which Pepian is a typical Guatemalan soup that consists of some tortillas. You're gonna throw stuff in the blender here. It's gonna be some tortillas, some onion, tomato, cilantro, green tomatillo, some garlic. So we're gonna blend all of that, and then later on we're gonna be adding some fresh vegetables to cook off, but we don't want to add those too soon because they are gonna turn to mush if we leave it in there too long. But basically later we're gonna add some green beans, some chayote, I don't know what that's called in English, but some chayote and some carrots. And I have here in a bowl with water some diced up potatoes. For 3 people I bought 3 chicken wings and 3 chicken thighs, and I boiled them for like 20 minutes, just like to start off, and then I strained out all the little bits and pieces that come to the surface. So I strained it, so now it's a nice clean base to start with. So I'm gonna grab some of that, and I'm gonna add it in here to help everything blend together. And then on the side, I'm making a little bit of rice to add to the soup. We're gonna blend everything all together. This is what gives the soup its delicious taste. So now that we have everything blended in here, I'm gonna grab my strainer and we're gonna strain this mixture into the rest of the pot. Looks good. The mixture we just made into the pot. Nothing's coming out. I'm gonna grab a spoon to help it along. This is a soup my tia makes when it's cold, and I haven't had it in a long time, and it's like I'm craving some Pepian today. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but we're both learning. We'll see how our first time making Pepian goes. We're gonna go ahead and string this along. Okay guys, so I strained our mixture here our salsa we made. Strained it into the broth, the chicken broth I had here. And you can see all the little specks we have of the roasted veggies we just made. I don't know if that's the right color, but we're gonna let this boil for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna add the fresh chopped vegetables. You first want to add the potatoes and the carrots because they take a little longer to cook. So yeah, add those two things first. And now during the last 4 minutes of boiling, you want to add the green beans and the chayote squash because those cook really fast, and that way you don't get a mushy vegetable and it's nice and like still has a little crunch to it. Okay, so, okay.
Sorry, I'm not saying nothing.
You want to start off?
No, it's okay, whatever.
Okay, here's the verdict. This guy here, he's a tough judge. And we're gonna see if my pepian that I made for the first time ever, without any help, he's gonna tell us how it came out. Come on, Mr. Judge Chico. Take the first sip and tell me what you think.
What I think, let me try.
Come on, show them you're actually trying.
No, okay. It's not complain because that's
What is your first impression?
impression is that I'm glad that you cooking something out of this world.
Out of this world.
If I pass away with this pepian.
Shut up.
No, that's good. I can feel. You're doing good.
There you have it. The pepian for today was Papa Chico approved. He liked it. It was a very good first impression. And if I do say so myself, it came out pretty good for the very first time making this. I don't have a mom who can teach me how to cook. And I didn't grow up with my grandma, my Guatemalan grandma. So I'm really here learning on my own. Besides my tia who teaches me, she passes along the recipe and then I try to make it as best as I can. But yeah, that's the only connection I have to like Guatemalan food cooking. I'm learning on my own, and this is the first of many I want to try. Thank you for following along the recipe, and if you try it, please let me know how it turned out. It's a pretty good soup to have on a cold day. Thank you for joining me on this recipe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.